Hey YouTube, what's up, man? It's been a minute, like, oh shit. This YouTube, I haven't been on this stuff in so long that I forgot the rules. Can't handle music. Can't handle that. No, I'm just, just picked it up. Let you know what I'm doing. I'm driving home right now. It's been a long minute since I ever even, thought to bring out this camera for anything like this. But yeah, I'm headed home right now. I got a story I want to tell y'all about that happened just a couple of weeks ago. Catch y'all up on what's going on in my life, and yeah, I'll pick it up when I get there, but just thought I'd pick it up in the car on the way there. Give you a little preface of what's going on, but it's just nice to be in front of a camera and talk again, so I'll pick it up when I get there. Alright, man, we made it home. I'm about to set this camera up and tell you a story, but first, let's get a good look at my old dog. Hey, Bear. Hi, buddy. Come here. Come on. Come on. Hi, buddy. I missed you. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is Bear. You'll probably know that, though. Come on. What you got? What you got? Parents got country blaring out there. That ain't cool. I don't like that. What is it? What do you got? What do you got? Huh? What else? What's that? So I'm still a rookie at this shit. I can't even set it up right. Alright, that's pretty good right there. What's up, everybody? I made it home to my house. Just kind of removed myself from the house in which I'm paying for in State College. I go to school there, Penn State University. I live about 20 minutes away, and so I've been living up there. I've got 4 roommates with me, so it's been kind of hard to just break out a camera and start filming stuff, But anyway, I wanted to tell you a story about, which it's probably what it's about based on the title of this video. But basically, I lost a large sum of money due to a problem that's been ongoing for the most part. And I think it's time to just, open up about that a little bit and let you know, just so maybe that could help one of you guys with a similar issue. If you hear anything in the background, it's my dog that you just saw. He's doing his thing. I'd be willing to bet you're gonna hear a bell in about 3 seconds. Or not. He usually rings a bell when he has to go outside. I'll be right back. Alright, I just let my dog out, but basically what I'm getting at is I was living in an apartment. I still am living in an apartment in State College, paying rent, the whole 9 yards. Basically, the world's just, the world has its way of just getting at you in more ways than one whenever it feels the need to. Money is just, it's a lot of money, and it's starting to take a toll on me. The pressure to pay bills on time. Not that I'm not, I still am. I'm working jobs to put some money in my pockets to pay these bills. And first couple months was fine, got by. It's starting to slow down a little bit, so it's starting to get a little harder, and it's starting to take, like I said, its toll on me and raise my stress levels. Being the immature 19-year-old, high hope seeking, low work, high reward mindset, I turned to gambling. It's not much lead into that, but it's just gambling. I was referred to a site known as Bovada, which you may or may not have heard of. It's basically a sports betting site where you can put a certain amount of money in of your own, parlay bets on sports events, place single bets, place double bets. Yeah, so I started off by putting $50 of my own money in and betting on sports, as the site was made for, essentially. So basically, I turned that money into about 180. I cash out about the difference, about 130, the difference to get me back to what I started. And think my mindset at this point is to let's just work it back up to where I was, keep withdrawing. And so basically that's what I did, and I worked it up to about 600 before thinking about withdrawing again. And that's when I discovered another feature of the site that isn't just sports betting. It was the casino aspect. And now, mind you, I'm not 21 years old, and intrigue was definitely peaking when I saw that there was an online casino as well as, the brick and mortar casinos you can actually go to and sit down and, So I figured, well, I've never really experienced this. It'd be cool to see what it's all about. And long story short, I indulged, and I found a game known as it's like Super 7 Deluxe or Triple 7 Deluxe, whatnot. You may have played it, you may not have, if you're familiar with Bovada. But long story short, and I know I keep saying that, it's just a habit of me speaking. I was playing this game. There's many different bet denominations, meaning that you can bet 20 cents a spin, 50 cents a spin, $1 a spin, all the way up to like $100 a spin. And the higher your denomination, the higher the payout. So my mindset was, again, I need money, and it's almost like that thought blocks off all logical reasoning. And I think I started with like $1 spins at the 600 I had worked up to, and I was winning money. I mean, what else can I say? I was winning money, and I figured, again, this is going well. It makes me feel good. I'm winning money. I need money, and this is taking my stress down. And I started spinning at $10 a spin. Now, this is very high risk, very, very high risk. And I'm sure anyone with a gambling problem, I don't like saying gambling problem. It is a problem, but it's just hard to come to terms with. Anyone with a problem in this kind of thing can understand in that when you start winning, you start rationalizing your spending on gambling, and you start coming up with these sayings in your head like, well, I started with this, so if I work myself down to that, the money I spend working myself down to what I started with is really not my money, so it doesn't really matter. And that mindset, while it seems logical on a surface level, is really a destructive way of gambling, and gambling in and of itself is destructive. So it's basically doubling up on destructive behavior. And I ended up on a $10 spin hitting a bonus, and the bonus is you get these sevens that spin around, and if they all color code, then you win a certain amount of money. And then when you're on a $10 bet, the color coding the color coded sevens that basically are associated with a certain amount of money you win if you color code them is multiplied by 10 because you're in a $10 denomination. So I get to going on this bonus, not sure what to expect, and I hit a large sum of money, a huge sum of money, and I can actually insert a clip of that right now. So yeah, I hit $2,610, which I'm sure you can understand how that would feel if you were me, being in a tough financial position, paying all my own bills at the age of 19 and working my ass off, for lack of a better term, to provide for myself. Excuse me, my dog needs in again. I'm back again. But yeah, you just imagine receiving that kind of money just, in a flash, after being so high-strung, high stress, all the night, like all the things you can imagine. It's elate, like the feeling is, it's so hard to, put into words. It's almost like magical, How do you just in a blink, you're $2,610 richer, So again, going back to the mindset of an irrational gambler, you have this money, you're not really spending your money. So what I remember doing is withdrawing the amount of $1,800. And on Bovada, when you make a withdrawal request, it takes about a day or two to approve your withdrawal request and then finally disperse your funds. So I withdraw $1,800 sitting at $2,600 because I had worked down the original about $600 to almost nothing to get to that point. So I'm sitting on about $900, $800, that range, depending on exactly how much I did choose to withdraw, left pending the withdrawal approval. Now this is where things take a turn, and this is where I get out of hand and things spiral out of control. I started betting $20 a spin because, you know, in my mind I'm thinking I did well on $1 when I started there. I worked myself up to a spot where I can bet 10 and did super well on that, as you know. So why not try this $20? So I probably spent about $400 on $20 spins and won next to nothing. And I'm thinking now, I'm like, Keith, you gotta be smart about this. And as ridiculous as it sounds, I thought being smart about it was taking my bet back down to $10. And I know saying all this, I should have just stopped when I had that money. I should have just stopped, but I got greedy. And the whole elated feeling you feel when you win that type of money just kind of consumed my mind. And I wanted more, you know. What's the end goal? It's part of one of the problems with gamblers is there's no end goal, you know. What's your end goal? You'd ask a gambler, and they might say to win a lot of money, but there's no there's a lot of this large gray area. The people don't know exactly what they want from it, and they end up winning a large amount of money, and then can't think through the fact that that's a big enough amount of money, and that succeeds in their goals. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I'm sure you get a general idea. So basically you lose the whole thought process of this is enough money and I can stop now, but that wasn't where I was at. I just kept gambling, and like I said, I burnt about $400 on $20 spins, and it's down to about $2,200, still pending my withdrawal request. And I started losing a lot on $10 spins, and I'm thinking, you know, the chasing mindset. You chase a loss, try to win back the money you lost. So $10, $10, $10, nothing. Worked myself down to about $1,600. And without even thinking, 2 days later I get my withdrawal request back that says I don't have enough money in my account to withdraw, because I wasn't thinking at the time. My mind was so consumed with chasing my losses and getting back up to that $2,600 I was at, that I went below the amount I chose to withdraw, so I couldn't withdraw it. Again, you can go one of two ways in your mind with this. You can say, let's just withdraw what all I have left, cut my losses and just get out, or try to get back to where I started. And when you're mentally sick in a gambling stage, in a gambling fiending mode, you don't think properly, you don't think logically. And I gambled myself down to $800 that night, from $2,600 to $800. And this is money I could use. This is, for me, a college student struggling to pay my rent and my cable and my car insurance and, you know, all these things. This is money that could change my life. It would change at least my life for the next couple months, you know, half a year. And I let it all go to waste. I'm down to about 800, and again, looking for a quick win and coming to terms with the fact that the Super 7 Deluxe game wasn't giving me my money anymore. I bet every last penny. I think it was like $850 on a Lakers preseason game against the Nuggets, okay? So it was starting, I placed my bet at the start of the fourth quarter when the Lakers were up by about 6. And I bet on the Lakers money line, which basically means that if they win, you win the money. Point spread is they have to win by a certain amount of points, so on and so forth. So I bet on the money line just so they had to win to get me my money. And if they would have won, I think I would have won about $600 extra, brought me back up to $1,400. And they lost. And suddenly, in one day, maybe over a span of a day and a half, I went from $2,610 to $0. And I can't even express into words enough how much of a humbling experience that was, because it's where I really understood the nature of the beast, so to speak, and I really understood that there is danger in this. And all those parents out there that try to explain to their kids that gambling is horrible and you shouldn't even do it because of the fact that you can win a big amount of money but do exactly as I did and not be satisfied and be hooked on the good feeling of winning that amount of money that you just gamble it all away looking for more. So going back to what I said about there's no end goal. And so basically I sat in my room that night immediately following the end of the Lakers game when I lost all my money, and I hit rock bottom, was depressed, went out to my car, and just sat there and just sulked. You know, it's all my fault, you know, I'm not blaming anyone else, but I was horribly defeated and horribly depressed, and I just filmed like a 9-minute video on my phone explaining everything I wanted to change. And I'm glad I could sit here today in a position to be able to say that I haven't indulged or engaged in any gambling behavior, and I'm still feeling the effects of my losses personally, and money's still tight. I come to terms with the fact that I just gotta work my rear end off like I always have and not use that money gambling, but rather use it towards my bills to alleviate some of that burden. And basically that's it. It's just, you know, you lose that much money in a day and you don't really think about it that some people don't even win that amount of money before spending it. Some people put that amount of money in and don't win anything. So there's literally spending $2,600 or whatever it may be of their own money and losing it, rather than me being at least fortunate enough to spend off money that was won. So it doesn't make it any easier. And I just really wanted to put this video out in case like anyone can relate. I'll link my Instagram in the description. It might actually be on the screen somewhere down here. But if you want to go follow me there, I post a lot on there. You can send me your DMs after you follow me of your own stories, and I'd love to hear them. But basically, I just wanted to get mine out and kind of maybe make one of you or some of you feel that you're not alone if this has happened to you. It's overcomable. It's just a temporary mindset that is defeatable. It's basically the whole point I want to get across. And that night sitting in my car, it's not a distant memory. It's still fresh in my mind, but it's not a reminder of bad things anymore. It's a reminder of why I chose to do better things. And that's the whole main premise of it all. And basically, that's all I have to say. Again, I'm so glad I could get back on the camera. I privated all my other videos. I just wanted to start fresh with this, be a little more upfront with everyone in my life. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you made it this far, yo, you're a G, you're a real G. But basically that's it. And again, you can follow me on Instagram and all that. If you made it this far, if you're willing and you want to, you don't have to. By no means, I don't ask for help, but I can link my Venmo in the description below. Any little bit amount help me pay for my education and my rent and get me on the path to being a better, more responsible, I didn't know what word I wanted to say there, responsible adult. As I'm learning to be as I'm becoming more and more by the day. You can go ahead and any amount helps. Doesn't matter, you don't have to. I don't expect that. That's just something I could throw out if I wanted to, and I chose to. So but thank you very much for watching this. I hope I could help you guys, or at least give you something to relate to. But yeah, that's it. So peace and blessings, boys and girls. I'll see you soon. The thing I gotta show you guys is the tricks my dog can do. I got a treat in my hand right now because I'm about to leave. Hey bear, sit. Shake. Other one. Good boy. Okay. High five. Good boy. Sit. Lay down. Roll over. Good boy. Good boy. All right, buddy. Love you, buddy. Here, I gotta go. Good boy.